Podcasters for Wrestling, the squeeze and the cheese. I'm the squeeze, he's the cheese. And we're ready for our WrestleMania edition of the S&C's WWE Talk. So, cheese, it's been a big weekend so far. We just saw NXT Stand and Deliver. And what did you think of the show?
I only saw one match. I was only able to catch one match, and the match I
Well,
saw was the Obafemi versus Dijak versus Briggs, and those guys got. I mean, like it. I was impressed, man. I thought it was a good match.
I was impressed too, especially by Obafemi. That guy's only had like a few matches so far. He's early into his career, and he's a natural. He's a talent like Brock Lesnar, man, and he's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have to
yeah,
work hard to get that success. He's just a natural. He's going to be pushed hard when he gets to the
yeah,
main
yeah,
card, man. So,
yeah,
and
yeah. Like
yeah, the rest of the card was okay.
yeah, Obafemi seems like he's really comfortable. It's like he's been there for just the way he moves in the ring, just the way he looks in the ring, just kind of the overall feel is like he's been doing it for like a long time. He feels like, it's really you know the way he executes the moves and kind of his whole demeanor. It's I think it's really good. I'm super impressed with him.
Yeah, the power's off the charts. The look, the angle. The mic skills, the entrance. He's got it all, dude. That guy's crazy good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think so too.
So we're really doing this edition today for our predictions about WrestleMania. It looks like it's going to be a huge card like always, but I can name most of the matches. But who do you think is going to come out on top in the tag team match tonight? It's going to be The
Oh,
Rock and Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And the
I think
stipulation for tomorrow. It's going to be the
yeah,
stipulation for tomorrow is if The Rock and Reigns wins, then it's bloodline rules or something. But
yeah,
if
yeah,
Cody
yeah,
wins, there's no bloodline involved. So it's going to be a square 1-on-1 match. Who do you think is
yeah.
going to win? Well, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think The Rock is gonna pin Cody Rhodes tonight.
Uh huh.
Um, so it's gonna be Bloodline rules, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow, uh, Cody's wife's gonna get involved in the match. Gold Dust is gonna get involved in the match. Mama Rhodes is gonna get involved in the match because it's gonna be like a bloodline match. So not
Yeah.
only the bloodline, not only the Rock's bloodline, or the Roman Reigns bloodline, but also the Rhodes bloodline is gonna get involved. Um, and then so I think when Cody pins, so Cody will take the pin from The Rock today. Tomorrow, Cody's going to pin Roman Reigns, and then that's going to set up why The Rock's pissed at Roman for not, because he's going to say like, "Dude, I pinned Cody Rhodes, and you couldn't get it done." So I think that's what's going to set their feud off for for SummerSlam. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think is going to go with that. What about you?
I think it's going to be the most overbooked match in WrestleMania history. I think it's going to be so overbooked that they're not only going to do what you said, but they might even have Rock and Roman Reigns have some dissension, and it's going to be like a totally overbooked match. And I mean, it's gonna be one of the biggest matches in WrestleMania history, if not the biggest. I mean, the storytelling in wrestling has gotten to the point where now, I mean, just everything is clicking. I don't know if you saw NXT today. You saw it, but did you see all the announcements, all the endorsements around the ring? There was a Fallout endorsement all over the place. There was Xfinity on the table. Dude, this thing's gotten mainstream finally. It's gotten mainstream like no other time in history. So it's really huge
Yeah,
now. And I mean, they're
yeah.
just
As I
pushing
was
for
watching
a
that match,
global audience.
I kept seeing that Knuckles. The Knuckles on Amazon. I
Yeah,
was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
What is Knuckles? It's the Sonic. It's the Sonic TV show, like Sonic and Knuckles. So I thought
It's
that was
like if you ever watch UFC, I don't know if you watch UFC, but they got the ring and they're distracted by all the sponsors. You're barely watching what's going on in the ring
yeah, yeah,
because all the sponsors are there. You got beer sponsors and Prime Energy drink and tequila. It's ridiculous, man. It's like a sport
yeah,
now, and it was
yeah,
never a
yeah,
sport before when the McMahons were running the thing. So
yeah. All they had was Slim Jim. That's the only thing they ever. Yeah, the only sponsor they had was Slim Jim.
Yeah, so it's gotten. So I mean, now we're almost dinosaurs because did you see the Hall of Fame last night? Oh my God, that
Oh,
was
no,
for
I didn't.
dinosaurs, dude.
The U.S. Express.
The
It,
U.S. Express, Muhammad Ali's wife, The Rock People's title, Paul Heyman. I mean, it's just man. I mean, it's like we're so old, dude. We're just fogies, man. It's crazy. You've
we
been
are.
watching this thing since '85. I haven't been watching this 85. You probably been watching since 1980, and the industry's gone around full circle. It's like it was back in the late '70s, early '80s again.
Yeah, yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
with a touch of
Yeah, I
attitude in
remember.
ECW.
I remember watching on Saturday morning when Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik, and I remember watching Saturday morning when Roddy Piper hit Jimmy Snuka in the head with a coconut. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was such a
I didn't
nerd.
get to see WWF because I didn't have cable at the time, but I got all the other I got the smaller feds where they had the good talent that was they eventually sold out to WWE. So I would watch the
Yeah,
USWA, the NWA, the AWA, and I mean I seen
NWA.
guys that Vince would totally discard and use for trash. But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
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 eventually I started watching WWF in 1989, and man, just the industry's changed so much since we were kids.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So who
But
do you think's going to go over in the men's tag team match?
the Rock one. Oh, you mean the men's the six pack challenge?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
man.
Because it's Judgment Day.
Well, I want Austin Theory and Grayson Waller to win because I like those guys. I think they got charisma, and I think they're kind of goofy. I know they got charisma, and they're just young superstars who take it to the next level. But I mean, honestly, I think. Excuse me. I think honestly, I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, if Judgment Day doesn't retain, I don't know, can beat them.
You think they're gonna reward? You think they're gonna give our truth, kind of like a,
Oh,
you
I
know,
forgot about
like a
them in the
young,
match. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd give it to Tartuffe and the Miz just to hold on to it for like a month or two, and then they would lose it to like a better tag team. What do you
yeah, yeah,
think?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they should
I
definitely
think,
give it to
I
them
think,
because they're the most popular team in the match. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
our
I
truth
think,
with what he's done with
and
Judgment Day, he's just the most popular guy there in that match. So even though they're
yeah,
the oldest wrestlers in the match, but they're just so overpopular now. I mean, they're just so over now.
yeah. I agree. What do you think is gonna happen with Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar versus Andrade and Ray Jr.?
I think that Santos Escobar and Dominic are going to win. I think Ray's going to eat the pin, but I think that Dominic somehow breaks off from Judgment Day eventually, and he starts going out on his own. And if he's got his own faction or his own team of bodyguards or something, he could become like a major single star, and he could start doing the shady things he does, but as a single star. Because right now they put him. You remember they put him with Judgment Day to make him grow as a single star, but now he's outgrown Judgment Day. He and Mommy have outgrown Judgment Day, so Mommy's gonna go her way, Dom's gonna go his way, and I think they're gonna. I think Dom's gonna be a single star after this. And I mean,
Now,
eventually, yeah.
I think Ray's gonna take the pin. I think Andrade is gonna turn on Ray during the match, and then it's
Oh
gonna
no, no,
turn
it's
into
not
a feud.
Andrade. It's Dragon Lee.
Oh, Dragon Lee got hurt. Dragon Lee's not in the match.
Oh, it's
He was,
Andrade.
yeah.
Andrade's in the match.
So on SmackDown, behind the scenes, they show Dragon Lee, laid out, and they show like the LWO coming, like, what's going on, what's happening. He got attacked. So then later on, when Ray had a match, Escobar, Andrade, and Dominic went out to the ring, and they were going to beat up Ray. But then at the last second, Andrade turned on Dominic and Escobar, and then he volunteered to partner with Ray at WrestleMania to take on Andrade and Dominic.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. Yeah, yeah. Then you're right. Andre's gonna
So I
turn
think
on Ray.
Andrade is going to turn. It's going to turn into a three-way beatdown, and then I think that they're going to disband. As much as I like Los Lotharios, I think that they're going to disband like this Legado del Fantasma, and the new group's going to be led by Dominic, because Santos is good in the ring, but he just doesn't have that charisma on the mic. Andrade's great in the ring, but he doesn't have that charisma on the mic. Um, where Dominic, he's good at taking a bump, but he's not good offensively. But he gets the heat. He's on the mic, so I think that's going to kind of be kind of the new Legado de Fantasma
Yeah,
going
yeah, that's
forward.
great. I'd book it that way. And definitely, I think that as long as Santos and Andrade improve their English skills, they'll eventually get over that way too. And that's a solid team right there. That is a
Yeah,
solid trio right there.
and having Dom talk for them is going to allow them the time to have a solid mouthpiece, so they can work on their interview skills, so they can work on their English, while they're still in the thick of things, because Dominic brings so much heat that he'll be like, whatever group he's in is going to be like in that, like, kind of in the main event picture.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would book it that way too. Then, yeah, definitely. Who do you think is going to win, Mommy or Becky Lynch?
I think, I think Becky Lynch is going to win, because
Yeah,
WWE is
yeah.
just so in love with Becky Lynch. I don't think she should win. I think Mommy's on a dominant role. The way they've been pushing her, like she's just, she manhandles men. She's just, doing amazing right now. The
She's
reaction to the
China.
past few
She's
months,
China. Just 21st century China.
yeah, but I think, for whatever reason, because Becky, has the new book, and because she's married to Seth Rollins, I think they're gonna give that googly eyed, red haired, broad another title run.
Yeah, yeah, she's annoying, dude. I definitely think her spunk is good. I mean, I like her spunky attitude, but she annoys me, man. Especially of all the times she's been pushed to the moon because of Seth. And I mean, I just think that it's BS. Who do you think is going to win between the Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre? I think Drew's going to win because they're going to have
Yeah,
Clash at the Castle in June. Drew's going to destroy him, dude, and then he's
yeah,
going to glow.
yeah,
It's going to be awesome.
yeah. Because it's Clash of the Castle's going to be in
Wait,
Drew's
in
hometown, right?
Scotland, yeah, Scotland.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it's going
I
to be
think
good.
I think it'd be awesome for Drew to get his big winner at WrestleMania, and to take the title into his hometown. That'd be awesome for him.
Oh yeah, you can imagine that he's gonna. I mean, that he's gonna get so major pop over there. It's like I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
watching a documentary on the British Bulldog, and they said that the British Bulldog was the biggest star ever in England back when Hogan was a star here. Hogan was a star here, but the British Bulldog was a star in England. It's the same
yeah,
thing with Drew. Drew is a star in the UK, while Seth is a star over here, and he's not exactly a global star like Roman Reigns, but they have to book it to make the most money, and Drew is just money for the UK crowd, So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
um,
agree.
who do you think is going to be on the pre-show today? Are you going to have a pre-show match? You think?
Well, isn't it going to be um the who's carrying cross, the
Oh,
brothers
the
of
Final
Apollo?
Testament, AOP
Yeah,
and the Karrion Cross and
yeah. They're
Scarlett
gonna
and
fight.
Polly, not Polly, Paul Ellering,
Holly
LOD. He looks so
Kate,
old, man. I feel so sorry for him. He's kind of
Precious,
he still looks
Precious
menacing,
Paul.
but he's just so old, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Hawk and Animal are dead, and he's just still around. He's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
slowly hanging around all decrepit, like. Poor guy.
But
I bet he thinks to himself, "Man, where's Hawk and Animal when I need them?"
because they're fighting Lashley and the Street Profits.
Yeah,
I, I think Final Testament's gonna go over.
I think they
Uh,
should. I think Cross
because
is slowly getting over. I think AOP just has no charisma, but I think Cross has potential to be a star, and I think he's slowly getting over finally with AOP on his side. And I just think they should
yeah,
just ditch AOP, just cut them loose, is let them go somewhere else. I think he should just have Crawlering as his manager, I think Paul Ellering should finally do just a singles run. You don't think so?
Yeah.
You think so that they should just like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm parked in a 2-hour parking in
oh,
Carmel.
okay.
So every so often, people will drive by and say, "Are you leaving?" Hoping that I leave. And I'm like, "No, I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
leaving."
Oh, okay. I thought you
Parking.
were like shaking your head no. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay,
No,
man.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think Cross, could be a single star on his own. I don't think he needs to be tethered to a tag team.
You know
They
what
just
I
got to,
liked about this year in wrestling? They showcased almost every star on both shows. I mean, at the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, they showcased the guys who are going to be at WrestleMania. They got the guys who are on SmackDown. They're giving everybody exposure. They're giving them as much
Yeah,
time as they could, and they're building up guys who never got any chance with Vince. That there's actually bona
yeah,
fide talent out there could put on good matches that never got a chance with Vince. I mean, would would Akira Tozawa get any TV time with Vince? Would Bronson Reed get as much TV time as with Vince?
yeah,
Would Ivar get as
yeah,
much TV time? These guys are showing what they have, you know,
yeah,
and you know
yeah,
some of these guys are really good wrestlers. They may not
yeah,
be
yeah,
over as all hell, but they're pretty good, you know. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. During the battle royal, Akira Tozawa had like a genuine, like moment where the crowd popped for him, and he was kind of the center, of that little moment in time. It was cool. It was good to see.
yeah,
But all
yeah.
right, brother, I got to get to work.
Okay, bro. Great, great. Anyway, it was great talking to you, and we'll do this. We'll pick this up after WrestleMania. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
we
bro.
will,
This has
sir.
been the
Have a good
squeeze
one.
in the
Enjoy the
G.
show.
Yeah, to enjoy WrestleMania, people. It's gonna be great. Saturday and Sunday.
Enjoy the
Okay,
show.
cheese. Talk to you later.
All right, wait, bye.
Bye.